Right, here is part 3 of my fan art tutorial. In this video I will get more of Kazuha's head and then start drawing up his scarf. In Genshin Impact there is a story arc which had to do with Nilou, the singing and dancer girl. I feel like this story could have been better because when you get to fight as Nilou to rescue someone, it was literally 4 easy enemies out in the wild and that's it. Like, no boss or anything major, not even an Abyss Herald who literally says, "The world shall burn!" and things like that. And please don't remind me of Mega Man X7 with Flame Hayana saying, "Burn to the ground, burn to the ground, burn to the ground." That's that whenever there's flame characters in video games, it just say burn, burn, and all that sort of thing. It's like, you know. But anyway, most of Nilou's story was literally just arguing with this one guy who hates concerts. Like, 1 minute you're trying to save towns from armies, and then you are arguing over a concert at a bazaar market. So it's like, yeah, I know, the crazy transition in that. But before this, right, when it got to the cutscene where Nilou was about to sing, I was half expecting her to sing this one song, and it starts with, "You are the ocean, great waves." If you're wondering why, it's because Nilou and Azura from Fire Emblem Fates have quite a few similarities. They both use water, they both sing, and they both dance at concerts. The biggest difference between the two are their hairstyles and their hair colours. Well, appearance-wise, but you know. But if you're probably thinking, who do you think looks better, Nilou or Azura? Probably Nilou. But there you go. But anyway, hopefully Hoyoverse makes Nilou's story arc part 2 much better next time. Please don't make it be where we fight a few easy enemies and watch cutscenes for like half an hour, because that is actually a little bit annoying, because it feels like you're just watching a movie rather than playing a game. I know that Genshin Impact is kind of grindy, kind of like Disco games, but it's like, but at least there's a lot of cool mini games like a beetle battle thing. I really like that. I hope that comes back. And there was like these mini games you can do with matching up the stars and stuff and the cogwheels to make these little mechanical painting things. Those ones are actually pretty good, and you get a lot of Puma gems out of them. Wow. But yeah, there was also another mini game where you have to like break these cubes and get Primo gems out of them, and you have to collect like giant coins like it's Mario. Those ones are actually pretty good. Have you noticed that some of the most fun parts of the game happen to be timed events? But when it comes to the grindy section, it's like, yeah, you know, it's like nowhere near as fun. And you have to do that lots of times. So basically, the mini game seems to be more fun, but you don't get to do it as much. I am actually quite surprised that Hoyoverse made a free update and they actually finished Yoimiya's story. And I'm thinking, wait, there's a part 2 to her story. Yoimiya is one of my favourite characters from the game. And it's where I was like thinking, wait, they finished her story, but not Kaya or Lisa's story, so you come across right at the beginning of the game? Okay, I'll take the free update, but okay, sure, why not? But, you know, and it's like, they haven't finished a lot of stories. I'm still waiting for Razor's part 2 story. His story is actually quite good, where he's raised differently to a lot of other characters. He's been raised up by wolves, basically, and it's just like, you know, because he's supposed to look like a wolf. But he keeps being reminded, oh, you are actually a human boy by the end of the day, so you're not supposed to be like a proper wolf, because that's what you're supposed to be, sort of thing. The best thing about Razor is that he literally saves you from some enemies. It's like the first introduction and he already helps you. Whereas with someone like Xiao, by the way, Xiao is one of the best characters in the game, but he's not as good as Xiangling and Gina. But it's where the first time you come across Xiao, it's just like, what does he do? Be a jerk and tells you to go away straight away. He doesn't even want you to be anywhere near him. Now, obviously, Xiaobi's a lot nicer than that afterwards, where it's like, but personality-wise, it's like Razor's a lot nicer than Xiao is by yards out. And it's like, you could tell that Razor's been raised pretty well despite he was an abandoned kid. But you know, it's like, I get that Xiao has a really sad past of killing his own friends and such, but it's like first time he meets you and he's just not being very nice to you. And it's like, well, what has Traveler done wrong? they didn't cause any of his misfortune at all, and he's already been bad to the Traveler, but it's just like, you know. So I think that Xiao's a bit of a jerk. But at least he actually saves your life at the end of the Nilou story, so he kind of redeems himself a little bit anyway. But yeah. Now, the thing with Razor is that, unfortunately, gameplay-wise, he's not that great. But his elemental skill is one of the best skills in the game. It makes mining those ore things really easy to break up, and he's a big time saver with that. The two biggest problems I noticed with Razor is that his normal attack is insanely slow, especially the fourth hit, and he just leaves himself really open. So you have to dash directly afterwards to cancel the lag or switch character. And another problem is that his burst just disappears as soon as you switch over, so you have to time his burst very carefully. But it's like, I've actually had it often times where Razor has his burst out, which is his wolf companion, and it's like, he gets low on health because I get hit. And he's like, oh no, I can't switch him out, so I have to go make him scoff food up real quickly. And it's just like, you know, like, oh no, I'm low on health, eat some food, and then start attacking enemies even more. It's just like, so you have to be very careful with Razor, because once I actually hit one of those red barrels and it exploded in his face, because there were like 3 there at the same time, Razor died at full health. So I thought, oh no, it was one of those daily commissions in Inazuma. It was just like, oh no, I just let the Razor die. So yeah, unfortunately, if I had to rate Razor out of 10, I'd give him about a 6. But the reason why I'm still using him despite I'm on adventure rank 56 is because I've already got him to level 90 and I've got his talents to like level 8 on all his talents. I think it's all level 8 anyway. But yeah. So I'm still going to continue using him. Oh, and that's another thing. He's the only Thunder character I've got to level 90, whereas I've only got Lisa to like level 60. That's why I'm choosing to use Razor over Lisa. He's definitely better. Even though his normal attack is like not that good. Well. Oh, by the way, there's another fan art contest, and there's one for Eula as well. And it's on the 17th of July. That's the deadline anyway. And people did ask me offline, oh, are you going to try and enter that competition as well? Bottom line, no, I'm not going to. Because this Kazuha drawing is taken a very long time. And I'm not going to be able to make it to this sort of standard in the space of like 2 or 3 weeks, because, you know, I have quite a busy schedule and I'm not going to stay up just to try and win $500, am I? And when I submitted the Kazuha artwork, there's like 200 entries, so I've got like 1 in 200 chance I'm actually going to win that first prize. Now obviously there's second place and third place, etc. But it's like, I don't think I'm going to want to try and enter another competition and like dedicate so much time to it and then not even win a prize. So you have to be careful with these competitions, because they do actually take your time up, and I've got a semi-busy schedule in reality, so that's why. Also, I've been going to the gym. So, you know, and I'm trying to go to the gym 3.5 hours a week. So that's why my channel's been progressing a little bit slow. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, well, you have all those shorts videos that you made, you know, the super time-lapse ones. Yeah, I have full versions of those, as you can tell. But the biggest problem is that the shorts videos are like up to a minute long, so all you really get is a 1 minute update each day for like 6 or 7 weeks, so that's why. So that's like filler content. I mean, I'm happy that a bunch of people actually clicked subscribe and they actually stayed, a lot of them anyway, but you get the point though. So it's like, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna want to shoehorn in another art competition thing in my schedule. So, you know, so sorry Eula fans, but I'm not gonna join that one at all. I don't hate Eula or anything. I think she's an alright-ish character. I do understand her story. Her story is actually quite good, and trying to show everyone that despite she belongs to the Lawrence clan, she's supposed to be like a nice person. and she's nothing like them because the Lawrence clan are not very nice people at all. And she's trying to shake off the shackles and show that she's nothing like them at all. It's like picking a bad apple off a tree at the very first thing you see. You assume that the rest of the tree is going to be bad, but then you see like one shining apple and it's like really nice. So that's basically what Eula's supposed to be. I'm very surprised that during the Eula and Schubert story arc, it's where she was like going around saying, oh, I want vengeance, oh, I want vengeance. It's like, isn't that what the rest of the clan would be acting like? Saying how they want to rise up again and start, like, you know, colonizing people? So that's literally what they used to do. That sort of thing. Well, it's in the game anyway. Yeah, good job the Lawrence clan got taken down pretty quickly. I don't think Amber, Kaya, and etc. would want to see the Lawrence clan try and take over their city. I have explained this once before in an art tutorial ages ago. I think it was one of the End Viewpoint episodes I did a while ago. And this is about layers. In image programs like Flash, Photoshop and so on, you have layers. I love using layers a lot, but I do have to be careful not to have too many or have objects in the wrong order. See the layers on the bottom left? Yeah, that's layers. I usually have like 5 layers, usually one for the background, and the reason I have layers is because then I can lock objects when I don't want them to be in the way. Later on you will see me having the cup drawn as a separate layer. I definitely need the cup to be a separate layer because I don't want to lose part of Kazuha's face. Because if I keep the cup on the same layer as his face, I'd have to delete part of his face. Which I don't want to do that unless I'm very sure I don't need his whole face there. Oh yeah, I know this is just a drawing without animation, but if you ever want to animate a character's mouth, which I've done that a lot in the past, it's very important to make the mouth be a separate layer, but since that's going to change a lot, whereas the background can stay static unless you have moving clouds or something. And yes, I've had slow moving clouds in one of my animations before. In fact, it's in part 2 of my Singing Trick series. I usually have eyes and eyebrows as a separate layer, and I did this with Kazuha, but I decided to keep his eyebrows over his hair. Even though his official art doesn't have it this way, his official artwork usually has Kazuha's hair over a small part of his eyes, but the reason I'm keeping it this way is so that you can see his eyes expression more clearly. The problem with the cup drawing is the cup is kind of plain, but I don't think it's a good idea to make the cup really detailed but not the character, so I'm going to go ahead with a green cup with a yellow tree design. I was going to make this video longer, but offline friends told me not to make videos too long because they won't have time to watch long videos. That's why sometimes I make shorts videos. The problem I have with shorts videos is sometimes I zoom in a bit too much and the quality is a little bit blurry. Yeah, some of my art for shorts I made got over 10 likes, which is quite surprising. But anyway, I think this will do for now. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to actually show your support, you may take like, share, or subscribe to my channel. You can even do all 3 of them if you want to. So yeah, and with that, I'll end off the video. So thanks you for watching.